Good evening from Los Angeles, California. I'm Dr. Ryan Abba. The Justice Department has now had its first major setback in its investigation into Donald Trump. 2 days ago, Aileen Cannon, the federal judge in Florida who is overseeing the Mar-a-Lago search, granted Donald Trump's request to allow an independent special master to go through all the material seized from Trump's home. Here's the New York Times headline: "Deeply problematic. Experts question judge's intervention in Trump's inquiry." One former Homeland Security official from George W. Bush administration called it a genuinely unprecedented decision by a judge. A Harvard Law School professor called Cannon's reasoning thin at best and deeply problematic. A New York University law professor told the Times that the judge chose a radical path. So basically, the entire legal community is shocked by this judge's call. But you know who isn't? Donald Trump. And you know why? Judge Aileen Cannon, the judge who made this decision, was appointed by Donald Trump. She was confirmed in the final days of his presidency after Trump lost the 2020 election. Like many Trump appointees, Judge Cannon is a longtime member of the Federalist Society, a well-financed and highly influential conservative group that aligned itself with Trump well before he was even elected. The Federalist Society is instrumental in championing judges with hardline conservative views and ties to the conservative movement and getting them appointed to the federal bench. Case in point, should the Justice Department choose to appeal this ruling, they will be doing so in the 11th Circuit of Appeals Court, where the majority of judges were also appointed by Donald Trump. Several of those Trump appointees are also members of the Federalist Society, and above that court there is the Supreme Court, where a 6-3 conservative majority won, where half of the conservative judges were appointed by Donald Trump, and all three of Trump's Supreme Court nominees were also handpicked by the Federalist Society. That is a lot of hardline conservatives on the bench, courtesy of Donald Trump and the Federalist Society. Very successful co-production. Remember that during his presidency, Trump and Mitch McConnell appointed more than 200 judges to lifetime appointments on the federal bench, including those 3 Supreme Court seats, one of which, let's not forget, Senator McConnell blatantly stole from President Obama. Of all judges currently on the federal bench, more than a quarter of them were appointed by Donald Trump. In just 4 years, Trump and McConnell appointed 54 judges to federal appeals courts, nearly as many as Barack Obama confirmed during his entire 8 years of presidency. And most of Trump's judicial nominees were also very young at the time of their nomination. And they are all extremely conservative. Aileen Cannon, for example, the judge in the Mar-a-Lago case, is only 41 years old. She was 39 when Trump nominated her as the district judge. Cannon had worked as a clerk for a conservative judge on the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. But other conservative Trump appointees have not had the most extensive resumes, considering that there are lifetime judicial appointments. Take 35-year-old Catherine Kimball Mizell, for example, who had never tried a case before. Donald Trump gave her a lifetime appointment to the United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida. Earlier this year, she was the one who handed down the opinion abruptly ending the federal mask mandate on U.S. airlines. Then there is the 39-year-old judge Justin Walker, who had also never tried a case in his lifetime when Trump appointed him to the federal bench in 2019. In 2020, Judge Walker ruled in favor of a Louisville wedding photographer who wanted to deny services to same-sex couples. That decision was appealed, but just last week another judge once again sided with the photographer, and this time the judge was a guy named Benjamin Beaton, a 40-year-old judge, another appointee of, wait for it, Donald Trump. As much as legal experts would like to believe that the cases like this are decided on the merits of the arguments made in court, The rulings of these judges like Aileen Cannon and Catherine Mizell and Justin Walker, they all suggest that something else, something more particularly partisan may be at play. And for Democrats who currently hold both the White House and the Senate, the only way to fight back is to perhaps remake the federal bench. Yesterday, the Senate returned to Washington to finish its work for the year, which included confirmation of a whole lot of President Biden's judicial nominees. Just last week, President Biden named 8 more judges for the Senate to confirm to the federal bench. But despite confirming judges at a pace unmatched by any other president since JFK, there remains a lot to do. There are still 78 district and appeals court vacancies to fill before the end of this year, when Democrats could very well lose control of the Senate. Yesterday, Democrats confirmed a new circuit court judge in Illinois, and today Senate Democrats held hearings for 6 more federal judges. If they need any more evidence about why these things matter, they need to look no further than the Florida courtroom, where the nation is watching the consequences of Trump's judicial confirmation spree play out in real time, where a Florida judge single-handedly put the brakes on a criminal investigation into the former disgraced, twice impeached crook president of the United States, and could literally change the course of American history. To support my work, please click the subscribe, the like button, and the notification bell so you wouldn't miss any of my new videos.